Hi guys, welcome to Flick Finest. Step into the world of fear with Prime Video's handpicked selection of the best horror movies available to stream right now. From classic tales of terror to spine-tingling modern masterpieces, get ready for a roller coaster ride of suspense, thrills, and unforgettable scares. Whether you're a seasoned horror enthusiast or a newcomer to the genre, there's something chilling waiting for you to discover. So grab your popcorn, turn down the lights, and immerse yourself in the ultimate horror movie marathon. Number 7. Totally Killer. Directed by Naneshka Khan and written by David Madeline, Sasha Pearl Raver, and Jen D'Angelo. Totally Killer is a slasher comedy that stars Kiernan Shipka's teenager Jamie, who's sick and tired of her overprotective mother Pam. 35 years before the events of the film, a serial killer brutally murdered 3 of Pam's friends, which left her deeply traumatized. In the present day, the killer returns, murdering Pam and setting his sights on Jamie, who accidentally uses her friend's time machine to go back to before the killings first took place. Now stuck in an unfamiliar time, Jamie must team up with the younger version of her mom, played by Olivia Holt, to catch the killer before he strikes. Filled to the brim with 80s nostalgia, Totally Killer can be summed up as Back to the Future meets Halloween, combining suspenseful horror scenes with cheesy, lighthearted comedy. The film received largely positive reviews, and while it's hardly perfect, Totally Killer is a great choice for a fun movie night at home. Increasingly and ruthlessly protective of the child, putting Gemma, Katie, and everyone they know in grave danger. Number 5. House LLC. Despite what the name sounds like, Stephen Cognetti's House LLC is not a documentary. It's a found footage and completely fictional film. The movie is set in the small upstate New York town of Abaddon, which is haunted by the mysterious deaths of 15 visitors and employees in one night at a mysterious hotel, which was set up as a haunted house attraction called Hell House. A documentary crew heads out there to try to find the cause of the deaths, and along the way they find photographs, film footage, and the only known survivor, who finally reveals the truth about what happened. A chilly and affected addition to the found footage subgenre, House LLC received generally favorable reviews and spawned a franchise of its own. Number 4. Knock at the Cabin. Jonathan Groff and Ben Aldridge star in Knock at the Cabin as a couple vacationing with their daughter, Kristen Koo. Directed by master of mystery M. Night Shyamalan, Knock at the Cabin is a suspenseful drama that unfolds as 4 armed strangers take the family hostage. But things are, as you might expect, a lot more complicated than they appear. Based on Paul G. Tremblay's horror novel, The Cabin at the End of the World, Knock at the Cabin was written by Shyamalan, Steve Desmond, and Michael Sherman. Number 3. Smile. Smile is an unsettling supernatural thriller about trauma and the ways it moves from one person to another in an endless cycle. The film is written and directed by Parker Finn, who also created the short film Laura Hasn't Slept, which serves as a prologue to this movie. Smile follows Rose Cotter, a therapist who witnesses the suicide of one of her patients. Soon, her reality begins to warp and crumble as a strange smiling curse invades her life. Finn does a phenomenal job playing with audience expectations in Smile. The film's unreliable narrative, delivered through the traumatized main character, is just ambiguous enough that the audience has room to speculate about the supernatural elements and engage in spirited debate long after their viewing. Smile received generally positive reviews from critics upon its release, and it currently has a sequel in the works that's scheduled to come out on October 18th, 2024. Number 2. Ginger Snaps. A coming-of-age tale via lycanthropy, John Fawcett's Ginger Snaps tells an intimate story about 2 death-obsessed, codependent sisters who are slowly torn apart when the older girl starts to change after a werewolf attack. Starring Emily Perkins and Catherine Isabel, Fawcett's spin on the werewolf mythos was one of the early adopters of the 21st century trend to address female puberty by way of monstrous transformation, and it does so with great effect, but it's also a downright well-made horror film. Ginger Snaps was critically successful, despite making a fairly modest amount at the box office. In the years since its release, it has gained a larger cult audience, Ginger Snaps is an oft-forgotten modern monster classic and easily one of the best movies ever made in its subgenre. Number 1. Suspiria. Acclaimed director Luca Guadagnino brings all his sensuality and artistry to 2018's Suspiria. Based on the 1977 Italian film of the same name, Suspiria features talents like Dakota Johnson, Maya Goth, Elena Fokina, Claude Grace Moritz, and Tilda Swinton, who takes on 3 different roles in the film. The movie follows a young American woman, Johnson, who enrolls at a prestigious Berlin dance academy, only to discover that it's run by a coven of witches. More of a sibling film to Dario Argento's iconic horror classic than an outright remake, Suspiria depicts its powerful magical darkness through the context of generational strife and fascist power play, embedding the supernatural in the psychological to extraordinary results. Suspiria is a phantasmagoria of violence, magic, and movement that feels pulled from the old ways of some unknown ritual. Art, dance, horror, and the human spirit come out to play in Guadagnino's Coven, conjuring an uncanny feeling of true witchcraft that's as stirring and profound as it is occasionally terrifying. Give yourself to the dance indeed, because Guadagnino's film gives you no other choice. Well, this is it. Share your impressions in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for upcoming videos. Bye.